What if the person you are right now is not the person you are meant to be? What if your frustrations, your repeating patterns, your deep sense that something is missing is not a sign of failure? What if it is a sign, a signal, a call to adventure from a deeper part of yourself waiting to be found? This is not about fixing what is broken. This is about discovering what has been hidden. And one man, a pioneer of the mind, gave us a map for this very journey. Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist who dared to look into the darkest and brightest corners of the human soul. He did not just study mental illness. He studied human potential. And he discovered that the path to becoming whole, to finding your true potential, is the greatest adventure you will ever undertake. So how do you start? You begin with a simple, terrifying question. Who are you really? Not the face you show the world, not the titles you hold, not even the personality you think you have, but the totality of you. The light and the dark, the memories you cherish and the ones you bury, the dreams you pursue and the ones you ignore. This quest to become your complete self is what Jung called individuation. Individuation is the core process. It is the lifelong journey of integrating the conscious and the unconscious parts of your psyche. Think of it like this. You were born as a seed containing a majestic oak tree, but life happens. You get pruned, shaped, told to grow in certain directions. You might end up looking like a tidy little hedge, but inside, the blueprint for the oak remains. Your potential is that oak. Individuation is the process of letting it grow to its full, wild, unique expression. It is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming complete, becoming more specifically you. And this journey hinges on one critical, non-negotiable first step. You have to become aware of the parts of yourself you have been running from. You have to meet your shadow. This is lesson 1. Do your shadow work? The shadow is not a monster. It is everything in us we deem unacceptable. Our anger, our jealousy, our laziness, our selfishness, our weird quirks, our powerful desires we are ashamed of. We stuff it all down into the basement of our psyche, out of sight, out of mind. But here is the crucial thing. The shadow does not disappear. It gains power in the darkness. It leaks out. It sabotages you. You snap at a loved one for no reason. You procrastinate on your biggest dream. You attract the same type of toxic person again and again. That is your shadow, knocking on the door, demanding to be let in. Jung famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." So how do you make it conscious? You stop running, you turn and face it. You get curious. The next time you feel a sharp judgment about someone else, pause. Ask, what is it in me that I see in them? That person's arrogance, their neediness, their show-off behavior. If it triggers you, it is likely a disowned part of you. This is not about blaming yourself. It is about reclaiming your power. By integrating your shadow, you get your energy back. Energy you were using to suppress it. You become more real, more grounded, less easily triggered. This leads us directly to lesson 2. Understand your persona and do not get trapped in it. The persona is the mask you wear to function in society. The professional you, the polite you, the social you. It is necessary, but it is not you. The danger is over-identifying with the mask. You start to believe you are your job title, your social role, the image you project. This creates a crisis, because when the mask slips or when you are alone, you feel empty. You wonder, who am I without this? The goal is to wear the persona like a loose garment. You can put it on when needed, but you know it is not your skin. Now, lesson 3. Listen to your dreams and your fantasies. Jung saw the unconscious as intelligent. It communicates, and one of its primary languages is symbolism. Your dreams are not random. They are letters from your inner self. Pay attention to recurring themes, powerful figures, strange landscapes. Especially pay attention to daydreams. Those fantasies you brush aside as silly. That recurring daydream of living in a cottage in the woods, or building something with your hands, or performing on a stage. That is not just escapism. It is often a clue, a hint about a path your soul wants to explore, a neglected aspect of your potential trying to get your attention. Start a journal, write it down. Do not analyze it to death at first, just listen. This brings us to a powerful and often misunderstood tool. Lesson 4. Engage with your complexes. A complex is a cluster of emotions, memories, and perceptions around a central theme. A mother complex, a father complex, a power complex, a savior complex. We all have them. They form early in life, often from wounds, and they act like psychic magnets distorting our reactions. You have a rejection complex. Someone gives you mild feedback. Your complex gets activated. You feel the crushing weight of a childhood humiliation. You overreact. The complex is running the show. The key is to identify your core complexes. What situations make you feel disproportionately small, angry, or grandiose? Naming the complex robs it of its power. You can say, there is my approval complex acting up. Now for one of Jung's most urgent warnings. Lesson 5. Beware of the psychology of addiction. But Jung was not just talking about substances. He defined addiction more broadly, as a state of being possessed by a psychic content. You can be addicted to work, to a person, to drama, to your own suffering, to social media validation. Anything that you use to avoid facing yourself. The addiction is a substitute, a cheap replacement for the true spiritual and psychological nourishment you crave. It is what happens when your path to growth is blocked. You cannot face your shadow. You feel empty behind your persona, so you reach for something external to fill the void. The cure for addiction, Jung said, is not willpower alone. It is a spiritual awakening, finding a connection to something deeper. This leads to the positive force that can pull you out of any addiction or rut. Lesson 6. Find your guiding myth, your personal story. Jung observed that people who thrive have a sense of being part of a story larger than their daily worries. This is not about religion. It is about narrative. Are you the hero on a quest? The explorer, the healer, the creator? What story feels true to your bones? Your personal myth gives meaning to your suffering. It turns obstacles into tests, failures into lessons. It provides direction. Without a myth, life feels random, petty, and exhausting. To find yours, look at the stories you are drawn to. The movies, books, historical figures you love. They are mirrors. They show you archetypes, universal patterns that resonate with your soul's intended journey. With a myth guiding you, you need fuel for the journey. Lesson 7. Master your passions, do not suppress them. Society often tells us to be reasonable, to play it safe, to kill our passions for security. Jung saw this as a path to a living death. Your passions, even the difficult ones, are immense reservoirs of energy. They are the libido, the life force, wanting to flow into the world. The trick is not to let them control you, but to channel them. Like redirecting a raging river to power a city. Your anger can be channeled into fierce protection of your boundaries. Your obsessive focus can be channeled into mastering a craft. Your sensuality can be channeled into creating art or deepening intimacy. Ask, what is the higher expression of this raw energy inside me? All of this work builds towards the ultimate goal. Lesson 8. Achieve congruence between your inner and outer life. This is where potential becomes reality. This is where you stop being split. Your values, your actions, your identity, all start to align. You are no longer a politician who preaches family values but neglects his kids. You are no longer an artist who dreams of creation but never creates. Congruence is integrity in its deepest sense. The inner oak tree and the outer life begin to match. This requires brutal honesty and constant adjustment. It means making choices that reflect who you are becoming, not who you were. It might mean leaving a job that conflicts with your values. It might mean having a difficult conversation you have been avoiding. It is the daily practice of being real. But how do you know you are on the right track? Jung pointed to a profound sign, the phenomenon of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences. You think of an old friend and they call. You have a question and the next book you pick up has the answer. You take a step towards your dream and an opportunity appears out of nowhere. This is not magic. It is a symptom of alignment. When you are on your true path, the universe seems to collaborate. Synchronicities are clues that you are in sync with the deeper patterns of life. They are confirmation. They are the world saying, yes, keep going. This is the way. Pay attention to them. They are more than chance. They are signposts on the road to your potential. Imagine a man named Leo. Leo worked a stable office job, but he felt a deep, nagging restlessness. He kept having a recurring dream of sculpting stone. He dismissed it for years. One day, he decided to act on the hint. He bought a simple block of soapstone and a chisel. He made a mess at first, but as he worked, something shifted. His anxiety faded. He felt a flow state he never knew in the office. That dream was his unconscious pointing the way. Or consider Maria. Maria was a successful lawyer but privately felt like an imposter. She was addicted to the validation from winning cases. When she lost, she spiraled. It was only when she faced her shadow, her deep fear of being ordinary, that she saw her addiction clearly. She channeled that competitive passion into mentoring young lawyers. Her need to win transformed into a drive to help others succeed. Now this journey is not linear. It is a spiral. You will revisit the same lessons at deeper levels. Your shadow will reveal new layers. Your myth will evolve. This is okay. This is growth. The key is to build a relationship with yourself, to become your own best friend, your own wise guide, and sometimes your own compassionate challenger. Start small. Today, pick one thing. Maybe it is just noticing your next judgment and asking what shadow it points to. Maybe it is writing down a recurring daydream without criticizing it. Maybe it is identifying one area where your life feels incongruent, where your actions betray your inner values. Take one step, then another. The path appears as you walk it. Remember, this is not about reaching some final, perfect state. It is about the process itself, the engagement, the courage to look within. Every time you face a forgotten part of yourself, you reclaim a piece of your power. Every time you choose action from your core, you build your authentic life. You are not finding your potential like a lost object. You are growing it like that oak from within. Your true potential is not something out there. It is not a diploma, a salary, a number of followers. It is the sum total of all that you are, consciously integrated and courageously expressed. It is the unique imprint you are meant to leave on the world, the gift that only you can give, a gift the world needs, even if it does not know it yet. So the next time you feel that quiet tug, that sense of something more, do not ignore it. That is the call. That is the seed of the oak stirring. It is asking you to stop living as the hedge, to begin the work, the shadow work, the myth finding, the alignment. It is asking you to become who you always were, beneath all the layers the world placed on you. And it starts by asking that simple, terrifying, and ultimately liberating question. What if the person you are right now is not the person you are meant to be? What if that feeling is not a flaw, but a map leading you home, to yourself? The journey to your true potential begins the moment you decide to read it.